Mahoraga's adaptation gimmick, which in the source material lets him adapt to any attack used against him, is in Jujutsu Shenanigans, but in an unfinished state. By pressing G and then pressing R, you can switch between 3 different adaptations that at the time of making this video do absolutely nothing. The 3 icons are a red sword, a green guard, and a blue star. Wait, not you, go away, go! Since there's no information just yet on what exactly the adaptation gimmick does, I'll be using this video to go over some theories on how Z is planning to make this work. Before that though, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for even more information on Jujutsu Shenanigans sneak peeks and updates. Now, let's get right into the video. First, there's 2 theories that I know of so far. One that I'm almost 100% certain is wrong, and one that I think is right. Let's talk about the wrong one, which is that red is an adaptation to Yuji, blue is an adaptation to Gojo, and green is an adaptation to Hikari. I get where this theory comes from. The colors match up with the awakening meters of these 3 characters, and the icons also sort of fit their styles. Gojo uses a bunch of range attacks and sorcery, so he'd get a magic icon. Yuji's up close and personal, so a melee icon fits him. And Hikari literally can't die in his awakening, so he gets a tank icon. Problem with this theory is that it leaves out Megumi and Mahito, as well as just being really boring as a whole, which is something Z avoids like the plague. Also, why not make it a red fist instead of a sword if it was going to be an adaptation to Yuji? Pretty obvious reasons why this theory sucks. So, we're going to ignore that theory and talk about the one I like the most, which is that red adapts to melee attacks, green adapts to blocking, and blue adapts to range attacks. By activating the wheel to the red sword setting, for example, you take far less damage from attacks that hit you up close, like every single Yuji move or M1s and dashes. By activating the green guard, you either get the ability to bypass your opponent's block with every single attack, or you get a guard that literally cannot be bypassed by anything. By the way, an unbreakable guard would actually be pretty balanced because Mahoraga's gimmick encourages you to constantly be on the offensive or else you'll run out of awakening and die. So using this mode would be a negative in a lot of cases. Finally, by using the blue star mode, you take reduced damage from attacks that aren't classified as melee, like Lapse Blue, Reversal Red, pretty much every awakening move in the game except for maybe Rush, Shadow Swarm, and Hikari's moves. It's a theory I believe in the most because it actually sounds like a lot of fun. Depending on what kind of moves your opponent uses, you can take less or more damage. For example, if your opponent is playing Yuji, then you can flip on the red adaptation and use that. But if they switch to Sukuna, now you have a vested interest in switching to the blue adaptation because Sukuna has a lot of very powerful ranged moves. If your opponent is playing Gojo, it gets even more complex since half of his moves are melee and half of his moves are ranged. So you can switch things up depending on if the Gojo is playing like a zoner or if they're trying to rush you down. Finally, you could block with the green guard to shut down people who are playing way too aggressive to stop you from attacking, as a sort of an unbreakable parry that you don't want to keep on for too long. It'd be an interesting idea that I honestly like because of how it could keep the whole flow of the game alive. Now, there are some issues with the idea, most notably that some characters only have one type of move in their movesets, but it could still be fun, especially if the green mode turns out the way I think it will. Now that we're at the end of the video, I have a challenge for you viewers. Leave your own ideas and theories on how you think Mahoraga's adaptation will work in the comment section below. I read my comments, and I'm excited to see what all of you create. If you found this video enjoyable, then subscribe to my YouTube channel for even more analysis of Jujutsu Shenanigans updates and sneak peeks. And I'll see you next time in another video. Bye.